Hey, I love the fact Kelly came in today, Frank, and you as a hockey dad, we got to support this initiative to bring down your gear Saturday at City Hall. I know that the Canadian Tire Kickstarter campaign, that's another great one as well. Anything we can do to get kids into sports, and money should not be a factor.
No, it shouldn't. You know, team sport's one of the best things that are out there that a kid can do. So many life lessons that they can get. And I know if you are a hockey parent, you have several items probably sitting in your basement right now that you would like to get rid of. And make sure you donate it. So let's take a look what we got going on. In terms of conditions for the backyard rinks, that temperature has gone down, and that means that everything's frozen up. You can see that steady stream of cars coming in this morning. Camera bouncing around. Road conditions are improving now that the snow has ended, but many of the secondary and side streets still have not been plowed. Even some of the on and off ramps, be careful. The next concern that we have is wind. And the wind this morning quite strong. Right now we're at about 24 kilometers per hour, but we've seen gusts upwards to 50. That means outside of the city and some of the open areas, blowing snow. Inside of the city, it's just cold. We got a temperature right now sitting at about -10. Wind chill currently at -19, -24 up through Muskoka. Feels like -17 into Goderich. Over to Kingston, where you're still seeing some snow right now, -19, -18 as it feels like in Ottawa. A high today, just -7, dress for wind chills on average, -15. Tonight, we'll go down to about -12. Tomorrow, we're going to improve the temperature up to 2 with the southerly flow. But tomorrow, during that morning commute, we could see a little bit of snow work its way in and delay some of the travel plans that you have. Then we take a look at Thursday, cold night again after a mild day at the freezing mark. And then we're back below seasonal Friday in through Saturday. Saturday night into Sunday, another round of some snow possible, and then -5 on Monday. That's a look at your weather. Over to you, Carrie.
All right, thanks, Frank. Well, several collisions on the go right now. Northbound on the 404, just north of Shepherd. Looks like 3 right lanes are blocked off because of this collision, and emergency crews are on the scene. You're going to find traffic backing up on the northbound Don Valley Parkway 404, getting pretty heavy. Around the 401 continues busy to those problems just north of Shepherd. There is another situation. It's on the southbound 410. You can barely see it, but right there we do have a couple of lanes blocked. That is another crash. It's South 410 just south of the 407. And we just had a brief collision as well on the South 410 around Clark. So a really heavy drive as you head out of Brampton this morning. Looks like problems just cleared away, though. Westbound on the Gardiner, we did have a vehicle that went into this guardrail here, but they cleared it away fairly quickly. Still looking at a heavy backup, though, on the westbound Gardiner from about the Don Valley Parkway. And off the highways, problems with the traffic lights at the intersection of Warden and McNichol. They are out at that intersection, so be extra careful there. That's a look at your drive. I'll send it back to you, Melanie.
All right, we're going to start things off with a couple school bus cancellations to tell you about this morning. So keep this in mind. Buses canceled for Niagara Catholic District School Board, also canceled for the District School Board Niagara. Keep in mind, though, that exams that were scheduled for today, they are going to be happening. They're going to be happening tomorrow, so you've got an extra day to study, okay? Chatham-Kent buses in Zone 1 and 4, they are canceled, but all other zones in Chatham-Kent are running as normal. To our top story now, we are learning more this morning about suspected serial killer Bruce McArthur, who is now accused of killing 5 men who frequented Toronto's gay village. Yesterday, police laid 3 more first-degree murder charges against McArthur. He's now accused of killing 58-year-old Majid Kayhan, who was reported missing in 2012, 50-year-old Sarush Mahmoudi, who went missing in August 2015, 47-year-old Dean Lissowick, who was never reported missing. This is in addition to the murders of Andrew Kinsman and Salim Essen. Now, police are still searching for more possible victims, and our Tammy Sutherland is live at McArthur's Thorncliffe apartment here in Toronto with the latest on this investigation, which is still very much active, and even behind you, Tammy.
Yeah, that's right. There's a large police presence still here today. Forensics team actually just arrived not too long ago, about half an hour ago, continuing to comb through the 19th floor apartment where McArthur lived and where he was arrested. And we're learning reports this morning, City News working to confirm them, that there was a man who was found unharmed but tied to a bed inside of McArthur's apartment on the day that he was arrested. Now, police are searching 30 properties across the city, the GTA and beyond, looking for more evidence in this case. Of course, all these properties are connected to McArthur through his landscaping business. Police confirming that they did find human remains, skeletal dismembered remains that were in large potters in several of these properties. And they're also looking to start start digging at some sites, 2 sites in particular, where they think that bodies may have been buried. Now, homicide detectives provided an update to the media yesterday for the very first time ever, calling this man an alleged serial killer.
What kind of case is it? It's a serial killer. He's taken some steps to cover his tracks, and we have to uncover these victims and identify these victims and hopefully get some good news or some closing news to the families of these victims.
Now, McArthur was in court yesterday in connection to the 3 new first-degree murder charges that he has now facing, and he will be back in court again on February the 14th. Mel, I'll send it back to you.
Tammy, thank you for that. To other news now, Doug Ford tossing his hat into the ring to lead the Ontario PC party. The one-time city councillor says he wants to take over from Patrick Brown, who quit last week amidst sexual misconduct allegations. Ford had previously said that he was running for mayor in this upcoming municipal election. In a recent Forum poll, just 11% asked Ford for PC leader. They would back him, rather, 1 point behind former Whitby MPP Christine Elliott. Maybe the most telling stat of this poll is 41% unsure of who they want to lead the PCs. North Bay area MPP Vic Fideli was chosen as interim leader of the party until a March vote is held for a permanent leader. Coming up a little bit later on here on BT, political strategist Jim Warren's going to join us. He's going to analyze the situation and really break down what all the parties need to do ahead of this election.